So broadly, this is post-COVID, right? We are looking at a very, very large industry for media and entertainment, and it is expected that it will touch around $2.6 trillion, right? It growing at a pace of 5% every year. This is across the world. So we are really, it's a very, very large industry, media and entertainment, and it really is the future for a lot of things. However, the interesting part is while the industry is growing at 5%, the digital is growing at almost 60% of those revenues will be in digital. So for example, when you say in entertainment, OTT revenue is considered in digital. Even if you see the FANG list of companies, which is Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Netflix, and Google, right? Out of them, three are, if you may say, more or less tilting towards entertainment as well. So Netflix is pure entertainment. So of the digital revenues, which are specifically to within the media and entertainment, are going to become 60% of the revenue. They were 40% in 2014, and in 2020, before COVID, they were expected to be 50%. So while the media industry is growing at 5 or 7%, the digital part of the media and entertainment industry is growing at much higher space, and it is exponentially rising. So businesses like OTT, businesses in digital marketing, businesses in online education, businesses which are purely related to streaming, YouTube are really increasing very fast. So that's the key message that I want to drive in the industry, drive here. Even post-COVID, the future is not looking very dim. There is a lot of spending that is going to happen. People who are spending a lot of time at home will obviously need to be entertained. So the industry is only going to expand, right? And once the lockdown is over, we are assuming a lot of old activities that we were doing will also come back. So this is a very large industry that we are looking at. So those of you who are aspiring whether this is the right industry, the answer is clearly yes. This is the right industry to focus on. And as we move to a digital world, there would be a lot of different skills that would be required in this industry than what it was required 15 years back. So, those who are from my age, right? We had one Pranay showing one news once a week, which was called World That Week or something like that. Now we have as many news channels as you can count. So world has changed, and the next 20 years will be very different as well. Maybe we won't have a TV at home, or maybe we won't have a cable at all, right? We will be only doing OTT, or we'll be only watching TV on digital. A lot of my friends now don't have a cable connections at their home. So it's going to change very fast, and it's going to be completely digital. But it is the right industry for a lot of you who are aspiring, and there are multiple things that can be done in this industry. So firstly, welcome to this world, and it's quite exciting times. Second slide, can we move forward?
Yeah.
Samit, to the next slide?
Yeah, sure.
So let's come back to India, right? So when I say media is obviously the physical part of media, which is TV, movies, so on and so forth. But there is also a very big part of media, which is called advertising. Just look at the numbers, right? In 2019, the amount of money India spent on advertising was 68,000 crores. In 2022, we are expected to spend around 94,000 crores, which is $13.37 billion, which is really large. Which is, so at a CAGR level, the advertising industry is expected pre-COVID to grow at around 12%. However, what is the digital advertising industry going to grow at? Around 27%, which is almost double. And I'm assuming post-COVID, that would increase to even 30 to 35%. So the spends, right, which the large brands have done in advertising and in media have only increased. And people have realized that for our young people, right, we don't need to target you on TV, but we need to target you on your Instagram accounts, on your Facebook accounts, on your Google accounts, and whatever you do on internet prima facie, right? So that is going to grow very fast. This year, right, we were expecting that around 27% of 100 rupees that is being spent would be spent on digital. 14% would be spent on cinema. Post-COVID, that will go down to 3 or 4% right now. Television will be more or less the same. Out of home would be around 8 to 7%. And radio, people are still spending around 5%. And print, the old age, people used to spend a lot of advertising in Times of India and local newspapers. that is shrinking big time for advertising, right? So even most of us now read newspapers only online, or we get on WhatsApp that, I'm getting a newspaper, and that's a digital form of newspaper, right? But the spend on digital, even on print, is going to be very, very low. The point I'm making in this slide is for all the students and the faculty who will join on the call today, is that the focus is categorically going to move to digital even in advertising. So when I say, just to give you a very 101, when I say digital advertising, simple advertising on all the social tools like Facebook, Google, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, so on and so forth, right? This is only what big brands are spending. Now, if you really see small spends, which would be another 4,000-5,000 crores, we are looking at a 60,000 crore that is going to be spent by India only, which is around $8.25 billion. So this is really, really a lot of money that's going to be spent. And if this money is going to be spent, obviously people will require people who understand digital, and people who understand digital marketing, digital advertising, who understand different aspects of data. Because you can't just advertise saying that please go and advertise and let everyone look at my advertisement, right? There has to be understanding of data. So the reason I showed the first two slides is that this is a very, very large industry for anyone who's aspiring to be part of media and entertainment. Earlier, people thought that media and entertainment is only for people who are creative, people who want to do a lot of creative stuff, who want designing, who have a very, very less analytical mindset. Now that has completely changed, right? People from IT are now moving into media and entertainment. People from technology are moving into media and entertainment. People from pure businesses are moving into media and entertainment. So the point is, it's no longer about that if you are a creative person, you need to go into media and entertainment. Or if you have some acting skills, you have to be in creative media and entertainment. It's completely changed now. There is a role for most of the technology, digital business people to also to move in media and entertainment. And there is a very large market to serve, right? You don't need acting skills to grow in digital advertising, right? You need very other skills. You don't need production skills to grow in digital advertising. So while there is a market for production, acting, creativity, so on and so forth, there is going to be a very, very huge market in media and entertainment for people who understand digital media and entertainment.